A lot have happened around us that caught our attention. A lot have happened that we think should be discussed, and people should be educated on. The rate at which domestic violence and all of that happened around us those days, I think the rate is alarming and need to be talked about. Every day we hear this couple fought, this person died, this person happened, this one happened, and that one happened. And today I want to talk about a tragic and heartbreaking story. A man beat his wife to death simply because she gave birth to two daughters and not a son. I repeat, today I am talking about a man that beat his wife to death simply because she gave birth to two daughters and not a son. Let that sink in. You know, it might seem so shocking, it might seem surprising, and it also seems to you like it's a cooked up story. It's something that didn't happen, but the truth is it really happened. Talking about a man killing his wife because of the gender of a child, this is not just a crime, it is a reflection of deep rooted ignorance and toxic beliefs that still exist in some parts of our society, because people don't consult their, people don't get to read, people don't get to ask questions of what they don't know, people don't get to go online to find out. Why am I saying this? I'm saying this because so many men there are ignorant of all these things, the way they work, the way they happen, things, reason things happen. Because you will not tell me that as a man, maybe your child, your wife has given birth to two, three, or how many daughters, and you want a male child. You will not tell me that a man cannot go online, a man cannot meet people on that field, people that can educate him about it, the gender of a child. You will not do your own findings, but your mind will just center around a woman being the one to determine the sex of a child. That is ignorant. That's, if I call it stupidity, I'm sorry for using that word, but you will not tell me that at this age we are in now, that a man cannot find out what he doesn't know. A woman's a woman a child a woman is carrying, if she has anything to determine, if she has the gender to determine, if she's to determine the gender of the child, this is one of the things you're going to be looking at in this video. Because the way women take the blames of the sex of their child is something that is giving me so much concern. So as we dive in deeper in this video, we are going to find out if is it really in the hand of a woman to determine the gender of the child she will give birth to. That being said, domestic violence is never justified. No one deserves to be abused physically, mentally, or emotionally, especially over something beyond their control. Because the sex of a child, as we are delving in little by little, we are trying to say that actually is the sex of a child within a woman's control. The determination, is it within a woman's control or is beyond their control. So we are still going to find that out. I want you to hold that at hand, that you shouldn't be blamed. You don't deserve to be abused, either physically, emotionally, or mentally, because of something you do not have control over, because of something that is beyond your control. Because since we are talking about the determination of the sex of a child, does that now mean that this determination is beyond a woman's control or is within a woman's control? So we will still find it about that, because the way women take blames on this, I've said it before, it's something that gives me concern. The women are the ones that take blames of everything. So many times, everything in marriage, they take the blames. But it's not supposed to be like that. So that brings us to an important scientific truth. There is a scientific truth we want to unveil in this video. So let's find out what that means. That is, who determines the sex of a child? Did you get that? There is a scientific truth about what we are talking about, but that scientific truth it's still going to reveal so many things some people pay deaf ears to. So many people know about it but pretend not to know about it. So many people don't even know about it, but they don't want to know. So who determines the sex of a child? Many people do not realize that it is the man who determines the sex of a child. It is who? A man who determines the sex of a child. How is that? Biologically, women carry two X chromosomes. I repeat, women carry two X chromosomes. That is XX. Wherever you see XX, it is two X chromosomes that a woman has. Every woman has that X chromosome double. So when you say X and X, that is XX. Why men carry X and Y chromosome? They have two chromosomes. Their own is X and Y. Remember, I never said a woman has X and Y. I never said a man has XX. A woman has two X and a man has two chromosomes, which is consists of X and Y chromosome. When a child is conceived, the mother always contributes one X. A woman that has two X, is there possibility of she producing Y when she doesn't have it? The answer is capital no. She cannot produce what she do not have. So a woman will give X chromosome 1 when a child is conceived, and a man is expected to bring 1 from his own. He has 2. These 2 are X and Y. So when this child is conceived, he is expected to contribute 1 from these 2 he has. If the father, however, contributes X, what do you think the woman will give? The woman is going to give birth to what? A girl, because she has already contributed what she has, which is X, and the woman bringing 1 X is going to give her 2 X, and she would give birth to a female child. Since if the man contributes X and a woman brings X, they give birth to a female child. What do you think happens when a man now contributes? When a man now contributes Y chromosome, and the woman gives her own X chromosome that she has, what would happen? The baby becomes a baby boy. So the man has given what he has. It's in his head, because to give birth to a male child, you don't just need X. It's going to come from the both parents. In every child, the chromosomes come from the both parents, the mother and the father. Now the mother's own is always available, which is that X. There is no place she can go and bring the Y chromosome. Now she has XS, and she's going to bring X in each of the child, be it male or female child. Now the father, who is expected to bring either X or Y, because when you have two things, for instance, let's just take an instance, you have two things, you decide on the one, even though it is not really, he doesn't really know when to give it out, when, like that, what the particular chromosome he's giving out. But let's just bring it down in real life. If you have two things, you have option, but when someone has one, you do not have any option. You are going to just contribute what you have. So if this man brings X, provides X chromosome, that X chromosome meets the X the woman has provided, is going to give them a baby girl. But when that man gives Y that he has, and that Y meeting the X the woman has, is going to give a male child. So blaming a woman for not giving birth to a boy is not just cruel. I repeat, it's not just cruel, but it is scientifically wrong. When you blame a woman for the sex of a child, it is not just cruel, but it is scientifically wrong. So many men even abandon their children, their wives, in the hospital because of this, because of the sex of a child. You've given me too much of a girl, I need a boy. They were abandoned. So many women lose their marriages because of this, something they don't have control over, something that is beyond them. No child should be unwanted because of their gender. No woman should live in fear of violence because of cultural expectation. Because so many people, women, when they conceive, Their problem now becomes, what if I give birth to a female child again? What is the society going to say? What is my husband going to do? What is going to become of me? Is my husband going to marry another woman because I'm not able to produce them? You are not the one. Be yourself. Be educated. Stand on your feet. Stand your ground. You're not the one to determine the sex of a child. It is not in a woman's hand. You give birth to what a man gives you, added to what you have. Both of you give what you want to the child, and your child, the sex of a child is determined by that. So no child should be unwanted because of their gender. No woman should live in fear of violence because of cultural expectation. Because so many women are out there crying of what the world will say because of the gender of the child they're giving birth to. And no man should be excused for using his fist instead of his mind and heart. Now, so many men out there are even being supported. So many men out there are even being told that I understand your feelings. I understand what you're talking about. Your wife should have given birth to a male child, not a female again. You need a man. You need a male child that will take over after you. Your generation needs to. Yes, this is true. But let me still remind you that these days, female children are doing way more better than so many male child. Not like if there are no bad female children out there, but so many of them are being better, and they take over the family, they take care of the family, their parents, more than the male children. Because these days we see that when a man gets married, his concentration becomes on only his own. But a female child can never abandon the parent. Bear that in mind. No child at all should be called unwanted. No child at all should be called born by mistake. Because as we've learned today that the determination doesn't just lie on a woman, but also a man has a lot of role to play. So having learned this today, let's raise awareness, let's educate ourselves and others, and most importantly, let's stand up against domestic violence in all forms. In any form at all, let's rise against it. Let's make people know the danger in domestic violence, and let's tell women out there, those women that are going through so many things, that are living in fear, those women that are living in misery, those women that are their peace have been taken out in a marriage. Let's educate them, reach out to them, let them know that living abusive marriage is it's the best thing to do. Though so many of them are against what the society will say. But believe in me, if you're still considering what the society will say, if you die today, the society will still be against you, that you should have left. And also for those considering their children, bear it in mind that you can only take care of your children when you live the abusive marriage. You cannot take care of your children in your grave. So why not, if it's not working, leave that marriage, take care of your mental health, take care of your children, instead of saying, how about my children, how about what people will say. Take care of them and be happy. So if you or someone you know is suffering from abuse, please seek help. You are not alone, and you deserve to live in safety and dignity. Don't just think about yourself. Don't just be selfish with your information and your education. Since we've discussed today about this, if you know anyone, you can take this information to them. You can share this video with them. You can also educate them on your own on why they have to live in safety and dignity. Don't just leave people to die. It is not your business. It is your business. So let's say no to domestic violence, and also say yes to education, respect, and equality. Until our next video, I will see you. Please, before I go, if you have not subscribed to Quit Violence International, please, I beg you, touch the subscribe button, comment on this video, like, and also share our video to reach out to other people. And please stick to this channel, because we educate you on so many things you need to know, and things that will benefit you. See our next video. Bye.